So I just want to start this video off by saying I actually lost some footage for this video. It really wasn't a lot, but it's kind of annoying. The first two things, this was supposed to be like a 3-step transformation for the interior, and I kind of lost the footage for the first two. It got corrupted. So I'm just gonna real briefly walk over the one thing, and I have a short that talks about my shift knob, but basically all I did was install a JDM Type R horn button for the Momo wheel and a Speed Factory adjustable shift knob, which both of them look so clean. And I'll take some better shots at the end, and you can see how it ties the whole interior together. So sorry about that. So basically, if you buy yourself a brand new OEM Type R horn button, it's going to come in a housing like this, which sits outside of the face of the wheel. In other words, it's not flush. Whereas the factory Momo horn button is flush, and to me, it looks a lot cleaner. So what you can do is get the horn button out, and this will be all kind of assembled together, and it'll be in this housing, and you can take the horn apart and use the components from the Type R wheel, which is the spring, the little spacer thing, and the actual horn button. You could take those apart and put the contents of the Type R horn button in the flush mount Momo button, I guess, from the factory. All right, so last thing we'll be installing is this here, which is the JDI Ghost Box. So what this is a little hidden radio. I guess it's more of like a Bluetooth module that you can hide, behind your dash or behind your stock radio, and it just Bluetooth connects to your phone, and you can listen to music that way. The reason I'm going with this is because it looks a lot cleaner than an aftermarket radio, and the aftermarket radio that's in the car right now is being really buggy, and I can't get it to play music on my phone. The FM radio works, but that's all I've been able to do with it. So this is pretty easy. It is complete plug and play with your typical Honda chassis and stuff. So it's super plug and play with your typical, Hondas. This is from, I want to say 86 to 98, like any Honda. All the radios are the same. And they have a couple other plug and play harnesses. And if you don't have a car that they have a harness for, then they make a universal harness, and you just have to connect the wires. But that's a little more work, and they make a plug and play harness for, like I said, I think it's 86 to 98 Honda. So we're gonna be throwing this in. So right now I'm gonna try to take my existing radio out, and I'll see how that goes, because I think whoever put this in might have actually put it in properly instead of just sliding it. So I'll see what I can do. Okay, so I was able to loosen the radio. It was, I think it just needed a lot of pressure. This clip around the outside came out, I think just from pushing on it, and then once I pushed on it like at an extreme, like a significantly amount harder, I don't know, that's not proper grammar, but a lot of pushing to get this out, and I don't think it broke anything. I think that's just how it is. So yeah, we got our plug here that we're gonna unplug, and that, I gotta see what that is. I don't know if that's something I need or not, but yeah, so we're we're about there. And into the scrap pile she goes. Alright, so this was the old harness that whoever wired in the old radio used. So we're gonna get rid of that. And alright, so I put the box in. I would put the plug and play harness in first, because you got to reach back further, and it's easier to do that when this isn't in the way. And then I don't know, I plugged in that little, I don't even know, that one channel. Hopefully it's not gonna like fry my freaking speakers and burn my whole car down, but it was plugged in before, so I just plugged it into this one. And yeah, so then just use the other end of the harness into the ghost box, so it's all ready. I just gotta figure out exactly how I want to mount it, and then we can test it out. So all right, we got the ghost box in, it's on, car's on. Let's test it out. All right, I got it mounted. It's nice. It's nice and firm. I mean, obviously it has a little flex, but I mean, it's zip tied, and I'm pushing pretty hard, and it's not moving a lot. So all I did was just go around this loop here. I took 2 zip ties together, and I'm very confident with that. And as you could see, it worked pretty well. So I just put those 4 screws back in to put the bottom panel back on. And I know what you guys are wondering. Dude, the radio works great, but it looks terrible. Are you gonna put like a stock radio back in it or something? And to that, I say, of course not. So right here, we have a brand new OEM Honda single DIN block off. And this was made for the cars that didn't come factory with a radio, which, yes, was a thing back then. So it literally just fills this and just looks so nice and clean. So we're gonna put that in real quick. So after you push it into place, you're all said and done. I think that's going to do it for today's video. If you like what you see, make sure you follow along, like, comment, subscribe. And with that being said, I'll see you boys in the next one. Peace.